Bad Larry.
Bad Larry always puts the favorite cover in the middle, like you do. Holding the severed head of a reaver up by his hair like a torch in the dark is just clever and gnarly. What's up, everyone? I'm your host, Bad Larry, and today we are looking at Cyclops issue number 4. I still give the main cover an A+. Cyclops is doing his best Cable impersonation out here. I love it. I'm pretty sure you know what's up with the story, but to catch up to speed, Cyclops crashed, his visor's busted, so he's out here in the woods blind. Donald Pierce is using some kidnapped mutant kids to be slaves, digging for a mysterious metal, and have sent some of his new Reavers to go kill Cyclops. A young mutant girl, May, was helping out Cyclops, but Donald Pierce recaptured her. Bang! Samira, the scaly mutant girl, is really giving May the business for her failed escape plan, which got Micah killed halfway phased through a wall. I find it interesting Alex Pagnedal, the writer, is using this girl to chastise May because it makes sense. Girls are statistically more likely to follow the rules and orders of adults compared to boys. It's not my opinion, it's science. Look it up on the National Institute of Health. So this makes a lot of sense. Samira is basically saying if May had just kept following the rules, maybe Donald Pierce will let them go in the end, or maybe someone would come and save them. And because May escaped, it is going to make everything harder on all of them. What I don't get is why May said nobody's coming. Because Cyclops is clearly coming. No, did he? I guess she still doesn't know Cyclops that well, to be fair. I can appreciate May's forthcoming nature, quick and to the point. She's also clearly a leader, a natural leader. You can see it. She escaped once, she's recruiting the others to try it again. Never quit. You know who else won't quit? You thought I was going to say Cyclops. Well, I was meaning, you know who won't quit running his stupid mouth? Tearjerker. Dude is like the annoying kid in the back seat who won't shut up until dad loses it. This Cyclops is becoming one of my favorite versions for sure. I love the survival style of this story, and my guy is really out here in the woods, scavenging and thriving like he's John Rambo. Well, Dad finally loses it. Tearjerker about to get belt to ass. Well, if he still had an ass. The storytelling is superb here. We get caught up to what has happened to Cyclops thus far. He's taken quite the punishment. And then I love how he uses the threat of opening his eyes like a pointing a bazooka to someone's head. Tearjerker falls quickly in line. On a side note, I still don't know how this dude is able to talk with no lower jaw. Whatever. Cyclops is also a master recruiter. He knows he needs Tearjerker's help. But Cyclops wants Tearjerker to want to help. Makes more for a reliable ally. This is what he's doing here, playing mind games. Basically saying Cyclops is his only friend out here. Everyone else is just going to kill him or cannibalize him for parts. The little details are what always tickle my fancy. Cyclops doesn't need the bandana across his eyes. It would do nothing to stop his optic blast. But with the current situation, the bandana just helps keep his eyes closed, freeing his mind just a little bit to focus on other things. I like it. Even with everything that has happened out here, Cyclops still smiles a little bit with the little victories. Like here, he knows he's got Tearjerker. The little smile is him being proud of himself, as he should be. So now that part of his plan is done, it's on to phase 2, whatever that may be. Speaking of plans, May is double checking with all her fellow miners. You get it? They're all mining and they're young miners. Anyway. And a good leader knows who the weak link is always. And in this case, it's Samira. Donald Pierce doesn't take slacking off lightly, gives both May and Samira the old zippity zap, better get back to work motivation. Donald Pierce knows May's super strength is glitchy, so he offers a little boost. I don't know if this was a good idea by May. Taking the shot would ensure her powers would be working and give Donald Pierce the idea that she's still weak. But she chooses to do the opposite, showing that she's strong. In this scenario, it would have been more strategic if May played it weak, but she's too prideful. Cold Cut is a cool Reaver name. And he has that cool metal skull mask. Anyway, they have tracked down what remains of Tearjerker and are checking in with Donald Pierce. Donald Pierce doesn't need updates, he needs results. I get it. Don't tell me you're working. I know you're working. Just tell me when the job's done. I like that Donald Pierce knows Cyclops is out there setting traps, but he just doesn't care. He uses his reavers like real pawns. If they die, they die. He'll just make more. Cold Cut is just like any dude that's out there lying to his buddy saying, "Oh, the boss told you. Hey, he said your name, you got to do it." Cold Cut is the smartest of the dummies so far. They knew it was a trap and they fell into the trap anyway. Cyclops from the top ropes like he's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sockeye is down. The 2-to-1 advantage just became 1-to-1. Cold Cut, in fact, does not got you, Sockeye. Sorry, buddy. This is my favorite panel in the issue. Seeing Cyclops do this backflip like he's Daredevil or something is just badass. And he's blindfolded to boot. Well, I guess Cold Cut did get Sockeye, just not in the way he intended. Cyclops is using the Viet Cong guerrilla attack method. Surprise attack, run away, repeat. It's super effective. Oh, this is nasty. The skin stretching and tearing. That's what is left of his actual skin. Nasty, these Reavers. Cold Cut has fallen for Cyclops' other trap. His emotions are out of control, just the way Cyclops likes it. And this is the moment here why Cyclops needed to recruit Tearjerker earlier in the issue. He needed his reliable help for this one moment to be Cyclops' eyes, letting him know when to jump over that booty trap. Cold Cut did not jump. Cyclops rigged up Enzone's blaster as a booby trap. These Reavers are indirectly tearing themselves apart. It's great. I love these issues so far. Oh man, I thought that blast would have totally taken out Cold Cut, but he's more crispy fried now. Tearjerker realizes that Cyclops is indeed his best chance to survive, helps him out once more identifying the plasma cannon. Cyclops is so well trained, he immediately knows how to use this technology. Impressive. Cold Cut is officially cooked tunas now. Blasted a dang hole through his chest, point blank range. That'll usually do it. The victory pose is epic. Costumes tattered, his body is jacked up, his enemies are destroyed at his feet, and he's still talking that shit. I absolutely love it. Tearjerker is observant for an idiot. He knows deep down Cyclops is kind of loving this little adventure. May decides her second escape attempt starts now, while Donald Pierce is distracted. She gives him one hell of a right cross to the dome. Alvin the Whistle Boy used his powers to turn off the shock collars, so now we see the opposite situation of Cyclops, the boss Reaver versus a bunch of mutants. I like the balance of this storyline, the yin and the yang concepts. Unfortunately, just like a boss, Donald Pierce is too well experienced for a bunch of randy mutant teens with absolutely zero battle experience. Donald Pierce is mirroring Cyclops' experience, single handedly taking out his foes somewhat easily as well. This makes the eventual showdown between Cyclops and Donald Pierce even that more hyped. Damn! Casualties on both sides. This isn't the first mutant kid to die in these caves, though. But wow, poor Alvin, the Whistle Boy, got the exact same fate as Cold Cut, a giant blast through the sternum. Donald Pierce is smart. Now that Alvin is down, the power inhibitor collars should work again. And with the press of a button, zip zappity zap, everyone is down. But hey, at least the kids tried. Never give up. During the little skirmish, a hole in the wall uncovered just what Donald Pierce has been searching for this entire time. The Medal of the Gods. And with this, what will Donald Pierce be able to make? Will a busted and blind Cyclops be able to overcome it? Next issue may or may not be the boss battle, we'll see. Comics nowadays tend to drag storylines out 1 or 2 or 10 issues too many, but them's the breaks. Man, this issue was really great in my opinion. The art needs to be better though. There were too many panels where there was no background, just a plain color. With modern technology, the speed at which art can be made now, By these professionals, I expect more actual backgrounds, crisper looking characters. Everything seems a bit muddy. I still love the issue though. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you real soon. Peace.